What's up, guys? Welcome back. One of the biggest issues that I had with my anxiety was that I would have anxiety symptoms when I wasn't even anxious. Think about that. A lot of you are watching this video because you struggle with that too. In the beginning, I was triggered. I would have anxiety whenever I was consciously anxious, whenever I would be in a certain situation. But the longer that I had my anxiety, I started to notice whenever I'm watching a movie with my girlfriend, or whenever I'm going for a walk, or whenever I'm doing things that I love to do, I'm starting to get these symptoms on autopilot. And this did not help my health anxiety. If I'm having chest pain and it's a beautiful day and I'm at a barbecue, I got a beer in my hand, maybe there is something wrong with my heart. If my stomach is hurting really, really bad, and I'm hanging out with my friends and I'm not even anxious, maybe there's something going on in my stomach that isn't anxiety related. And this would happen after I would go to the doctors to get checked. I already had my full checkup and I went back home and my heart was still acting crazy. The fast heart rate, my blood pressure was through the roof, and my chest would be hurting. I would have all the other symptoms. I would have panic attacks, which I were thinking were heart episodes or like heart attacks. And it really messed with my acceptance. And a lot of you are there, and it's a hard concept to wrap your mind around. And for me, this drug out for months and into a year and a half before I finally started to realize, okay, anxiety can still cause these symptoms whenever I'm not consciously triggered or consciously anxious. So why does this happen? One of the reasons that I believe, and through research and the things that I've seen and read, is cortisol, which is a stress hormone. Once it starts to get poured out into our system on a regular basis, which in the beginning, guys, if you're having a lot of panic and you're having a lot of symptoms and you're getting triggered a lot, this is kind of getting dumped into our system on a regular basis. So after it starts to build up, it's kind of in the body. You can go get a test to see what your cortisol levels are. Ask your doctor about that. And a lot of you that have had anxiety for a long time may find that your cortisol levels are elevated. A lot of people that I coach tell me that they get their results and it is elevated. So once you have this in your system and it's constantly there, you can start to have symptoms even whenever you're not consciously anxious. So that's one reason why this could be happening. Another reason is just the subconscious. It got so scared whenever you initially had panic and initially had symptoms that it now is doing its own thing. It is still scared. Consciously, you may not be afraid, but it is so scared either from previous trauma or previous panic or previous situations that it still has not gotten over it yet. And since you haven't fully rewired or fixed the issues that happened in the past, it's still gonna keep sending you messages. And it can be a beautiful, bright, sunny day. You can be at a barbecue, you can be watching movies, you can be doing anything that you like, and your subconscious can still poke at you and say, hey. And these are messages. Start thinking of symptoms as messages. Hey, we still got work. I'm nervous. You got to convince me that we are safe. And it's going to keep pestering you, even whenever you're trying to check out, even when you're trying to relax, even when you're trying to sleep, even when you're trying to read a book. And again, doing anything that you love and anything that you're passionate about. And unfortunately, we don't realize this. And we start avoiding things that we love doing, traveling, hanging out with people, because now we're getting symptoms in all these situations and developing new associations and new triggers from things that we love doing. So understand, I promise you guys, I went through this for 5 years. Anxiety can cause symptoms. Your subconscious can send symptoms. Your body can produce symptoms of anxiety, even when you're not consciously anxious. The faster that you accept this, the faster this whole journey is going to be for you, right? The faster you're going to be able to achieve recovery. Again, it took me like over a year at least to start coming around to the idea that my chest could hurt even whenever I'm not anxious, right? And the problem is we don't realize that, then it sends us into panic, right? And then it sends more cortisol into our system, and then this vicious cycle keeps going. So since we figured out why you are having anxiety symptoms when you're not anxious, go down below in the comment section if you watched all of this, and I want you to put in all caps, I figured you out. I figured you out. And we're talking to you, anxiety. We just figured you out. Be sure to go down below in the description, guys, and check out more resources to help you with your anxiety. I beat panic disorder, health anxiety, generalized anxiety disorder. I know how hard the process is. I compiled everything into my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp, step-by-step blueprint on how I overcame those anxiety disorders was the hardest thing I ever did. That course is gonna make it an easier process because it's all put together step by step. Take advantage of that, it's down below. Also, online therapy and my coaching services are down there. Also, I've been uploading videos the past couple days, and earlier today I posted a video, so check those videos out. There are 3 new ones. If you haven't seen them, please guys, subscribe, be a part of the family, like this video if you got some value, and until next time, keep fighting.